Hey guys, I haven't made a video in a while. I'm back, and today I'm going to be go over Smogon bird, Talonflame. So yeah, a couple changes. So I haven't made a video, kind of a lot of stuff going on right now in life, just and also with a lot of the tier changes, it was just kind of like I ended up making actually two videos, one on Sharpedo and one on some other one that I didn't post because Sharpedo, he was in the RU tier when I made the video, and then got moved up to UU like a week later, and so I didn't end up getting around to posting that, and the video I had posted was now like out of date because he no longer was a relevant thing in the RU tier. Anyway, so I'm back, and so let's get started. All right. So Talonflame, right? So Talonflame was originally kind of a not very hyped up Pokemon. We all thought it was just going to be that bird that you all caught at the beginning of the game, the little fletchling that kind of sucked. And then, so when Gale Wings was released, or just we found out about Gale Wings, that's when everything changed, because this is single-handedly the ability that keeps Talonflame in OU and makes it not only in OU, but a predominant OU Pokemon. And honestly, there's not a, like, it's going to keep it there for, I guess, the foreseeable future. Because if you look at its stats, honestly, it's a very good speed stat, no doubt. And especially when you boost it up, it's like, let's see here. Yeah, so 386, it hits 386 max. That's definitely nothing to scoff at, Outspeeds pretty much everything that isn't Scarf in the OU tier. You have like Beedrill and Sceptile and like Mega Alakazam, those guys, all those megas that can outspeed it, but those aren't very popular in OU anyways. So yeah, all right. So between this awesome speed stat and Gale Wings, which gives priority to all flying moves, it really ends up hitting like you can consistently attack first, essentially. Yeah, again, like I said, he's one problem he faces like Scarfers that. Well, actually, we'll get into that later. So let's run through some sets real quick. These are the three most common sets that I could find. Most common of which being the Banded Birdie, but not my personal favorite. Anyways, Banded Bird is really popular. Max speed to Jolly Nature to I guess just keep him outspeeding stuff, keep him outspeeding some Scarfers, I guess. And he also, if you don't have the speed boosting nature, he does get outsped by some things, but he still reaches above that really important 350 speed, which 350 speed, which is at the 110, which is the new OU standard essentially. Anyways, so I guess you could run an Adamant Nature because of that. And then with the band, that becomes even better, just because he does get ahead of there. So that ends up being a personal choice, kind of. Flare Blitz, Brave Bird, you got to have your Brave Bird. U-turn for momentum. If you know the opponent's going to switch, that's pretty great. You can just nab some chip damage and get Talonflame out of there. And then for the last slot, you have, really, I put Roost here, just because if you know the opponent's going to switch and U-turn isn't going to do you much good or something, and let's say you switch on a Stealth Rock or something, you couldn't get a Roost and give Talonflame another chance to switch another chance, because you give him a good HP number and he switches in 3 times, which, because of Stealth Rock weakness, we were all expecting to fail, and that's ended up being the one real bane of his existence. Anyways, this guy hits super hard. The only problem is that he's a fantastic revenge killer, but again, with Choice Band and the Stealth Rock weakness and Brave Bird, Flare Blitz, yeah, like I said, Choice Band limits his ability to roost. He does gets worn down really quickly on the field. So a lot of the times defog or spin support of some kind is really, really helpful for him. Alright, so Setup Birdie. So this is my favorite. And actually, I've used both of these two guys quite a bit. Especially in recent days or weeks, I don't know. And I do think that Setup Bird is at least my personal favorite, just because with the Citrus Berry and Acrobatics and Gale Wings, Talonflame gets 2-hit KO'd by a lot of things. So I'm just going to put that out there now. He gets 2-hit KO'd by a lot of things. But the thing about getting 2-hit KO'd is it gives him enough time to activate Citrus Berry, which heals him up, Acrobatics doubles in damage, and he gets a free Swords Dance in. And usually you have 60 to 70% health if you came in without rocks. You have a Swords Dance boost up, and you have priority acrobatics, which has 110 base power without giving you the recoil of Brave Bird, which sure has that 10 extra points, but not having all that recoil is really helpful for a Pokemon that gets worn down as easily as Talonflame otherwise. He doesn't really have the HP stat to keep firing those off for very long. Flare Blitz is still there because between these two moves, he just has awesome, Brave Bird, the flying fire combo. Very few things with the OU tier resist both of those, and those that do are known for their ability to resist it. Case in point. Yeah, I like this guy a lot. Roost just keeps him survivable. You can sometimes get the Roost off, and it allows you to play like defensively a little too. All right, and then Stall Break Birdie, because of his awesome speed stat. He actually gets this outspeeds this version of Talonflame outspeeds some Kyurem B variants, which helps. So he comes in and he can Will-O-Wisp, taunt, just wear down stall Pokemon. He's pretty good at this just because he's got such an awesome speed stat so that he can outspeed a lot of these Pokemon without even trying, without even investing. And then he has access to both taunt, Will-O-Wisp, which are moves that make Mew actually such a great stall breaker. And then again Roost, and then priority Brave Bird, still hits hard. So because the problem with Mew as a stall breaker is while Mew is pretty much the predominant stall breaker, the one I guess downfall of stall breaker Mew is that, one second, let's see, what's the stall breaking set? Usually taunt, Will-O-Wisp, let's say like soft boiled and knockoff or something. So usually, yeah, the problem is that like knockoff can maybe do decent damage on the first turn, but not really after that. And especially because it's not stab, you have no attack investment, and 65 base power is just kind of, yeah, not that great. So Talonflame does have that going for it. It has maybe a slightly lower attack set, but stab and a much stronger move consistently. That's also priority. So it's a slightly more offensive take on stall breaking, which again is always pretty great. As far as good teammates go, Talonflame really appreciates, first of all, Defog or Rapid Spin Support, which ironically on the team I'm running for this guy that I'm going to be showing today, I've been playing with this team a little bit for a while, tweaked it a bit, I'm liking it a lot. So Talonflame does appreciate Rapid Spin or Defog support a lot, just because 4 times weakness to Stealth Rocks is really awful and sucks. So with that said, that means like Excadrill and the Latis are great Pokemon to go with Talonflame just because, and they also have pretty great offensive synergy with it. I guess because you think like Rotom Wash is actually, let's continue. So offensively, the Pokemon that he struggles with the most, Talonflame struggles with the most, are going to be in the OU tier. The two, I guess, predominant walls to Talonflame are Landorus T and Rotom Wash. Those are because everything else with a Swords Dance boost up or something can either get 1-hit or 2-hit KO'd by Talonflame. Like literally, you just roll down this tier. I guess Thundurus's T-Wave kind of sucks, but you can Flare Blitz it and probably knock it out. There's not a whole lot like that in this tier that can really stop a Talonflame once it gets going, especially with Setup Birdie because he doesn't take the Brave Bird damage. But yeah, so Rotom Wash because it resists both of the stabs, and then Lando because he resists the fire stab, and the Brave Bird's a little weaker just because of the Intimidate. So those are some Pokemon, and also Landers can actually set up Stealth Rocks, which really kind of Talonflame doesn't like. So with that said, like Latias running Surf can beat Lando, and Exca Mold Breaker can beat Rotom Wash. Also, actually, oh wow, I totally forgot. The other really predominant, yeah, this is actually potentially the best counter in the entire tier is Heatran. How did I forget that? Immune to fire, resists the flying type, super, and has great like bulk. Takes the hit pretty well. Brave Bird could hurt after a while. I think it's like a 4-hit or 5-hit KO, but you're really fine. honestly. Yeah, so, and then you can get off a Toxic, and on special defensive, which is super common. I actually talked about that in my Heat Train video. Anyways, yeah, so as far as good teammates go, I said defogging, and then Pokemon that can beat those checks, because those are really, after that, there just aren't a whole lot of checks in this tier for him. You have defensive Pokemon like Gliscor and Ferrothorn. Chansey's not bad, but like everything in this tier could potentially get OHKO'd by a Banded Bird or a Setup Bird, especially if you have prior damage. So it's pretty easy to team build around, and that's what really makes it in the OU tier so easily. It's like you just need a couple Pokemon that can handle its main counters, which is Heatran, Landorus, and Rotom Wash, and then after that you're like all set. And actually, I think honestly, those Pokemon are so top usage stats in OU just because they're the premier counters to Talonflame. So all right, I'm gonna look for a battle and we'll see how it goes. Hey guys, sorry, just had some screen recording errors. So here's the team. Literally, here we go. Talonflame. What doesn't Talonflame wreck on this team? Yeah, like Ferrothorn is potentially the best answer, and Flare Blitz, lol. So again, so if we can set up some solid Swords Dances, Mew could be a problem, I guess. But here's my team. I want to keep Talonflame in the wings for a while. I'm running Mega Sableye. I really want to deter the Stealth Rocks, just because my team doesn't have defog support, so Magic Bounce and predicting the turns on which my opponent's going to lay down Stealth Rocks gets to be pretty important. Alright. Okay, so he leads with Lopunny. Lopunny actually answers Sableye pretty well. So I'm guessing he's gonna go for Fake Out. Yeah, so he's gonna probably go for Fake Out, so I'll just recover. Mega Evolve, Fake Out, and then I'll let him get rid of his Fake Out so I can Will-O-Wisp him on the next turn, keep my Prankster. Yeah, alright. So that didn't really matter, but now I can burn him. Yeah, so Scrappy Lopunny actually is... I've been messing... I think one of my next videos might end up being on Lopunny, because... Ooh, that was nice. That was a nice play. He knew I was going to go for that Will-O-Wisp. Good play on my opponent's part. Oh, that makes Sableye pretty much useless. Okay, then. I don't know what he's going to do here. I'm guessing this is a Stall Breaker, in which case I really don't want to give up the Prankster on him. So I think he's probably going to go for a knockoff or something. I don't know. If he's going for a knockoff, I really don't want to. I'm just going to go for a Recover. I guess get an idea on what he's doing. Yeah. Ooh, just going to extend this. Nightshade. Okay, that's a bit different. That's a Ghost type move, right? It's like, yeah, so it's like the Seismic Toss of Ghost type moves. So nobody, I don't have a normal type on this team, so I'm gonna be taking damage from that, the same damage from anyone. So who has the best HP stat to switch into this? Yeah, you're solid. And then also, he's got a nice way to recover up. So okay, so nice. And then yeah, I'll just go for the Lava Plume. I think he's probably gonna switch to Keldeo here, honestly. I hope this isn't especially defensive one. I really should run some Heatran EVs just for out of HP and into special attack just to OHKO special defensive Ferrothorn, because that's pretty popular. But it is what it is. Yeah, see, if I go to Slash Ladder, I'm a bit low right now. Yeah, all the way down in this zone. So, yeah, so Keldeo came out. I should have known that. No burn. So I'm just gonna. He's probably gonna go for Hydro. just gonna go for potatoes here. Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr. He's not as popular as he used to be, which makes me sad because honestly, he just 1v1. He just beats up so many things, and it's awesome. I think he's gonna think I'm gonna Drain Punch, honestly, but I don't know. I'm just gonna go for the Drain Punch. I think Mew. Okay, so good thing. Yeah, good. Let's just calc this real quick. Oh, that's the wrong one. We'll use Assault Vest. I think this is a spec set. No, maybe it's not. It's not a leftover set. What are you? Oh, you're probably a Scarf. I've been seeing those everywhere. For some reason, that's like super popular now. Right? How much damage did you do on that? 37. So yeah, you're definitely probably in this range. Mach Punch. If I'm lucky, will nab me the Oko. Slash, I think he wants to keep Keldeo alive. Honestly, I'm just waiting for a good chance to set up Talonflame, but I don't want to risk it. Drain Punch. I kind of need Mach Punch for Bisharp, just because Talonflame will still struggle with Bisharp a little bit. I'm just gonna predict a switch here. I'm thinking Mew. Nice. Okay, cool. So that was great. Yeah, I thought Mew just, you know, Drain Punch was gonna. He wants to keep Keldeo alive right now. So. Yeah, so the calculator actually updated, so now you got all the new megas and stuff. Yeah, see? Megalopony is in there. So Ferrothorn, and see, here we go. I didn't do the Mega Evolve on Sableye, so I'm gonna pay the price of that right now when he sets up rocks on my ass. But see, Conkeldurr just is so reliable, honestly. Rocky Helmet. T-Wit. Oh, you done screwed up, dude. Fair. That's awesome. Status. Paralyzed. Mach Punch. Okos. Give him a bold nature, because what happened there that I only did 61% damage? Huh. I know he's gonna set it up this turn, so I'm kind of mad, but that was pretty awesome, actually. Conkeldurr is just gonna be wrecking butt this match. Mach Punch. I don't know what set he's running, see? That's the thing. This calculator is confusing me. Drain Punch should have done that much damage, and this is a fully defensive thing going on here. Yeah, so he set up the Stealth Rocks. I want to check with Megalopony, see if Mach Punch Okos can Oko. So yeah, we actually knocked out the two predominant problems for Talonflame. So just in case, data Noivern, yeah, this isn't bulky at all. I knew that, I was just checking. And I outspeed, which is chill. Alright, nice. So, Lopunny's out. Yeah, he just should not have paralyzed Conkeldurr. That was a mistake. Honestly, I'm hoping that this guy can knock out potatoes here. But Assault Vest with fully invested special defense is like, I don't know. This guy really didn't have. Oh, okay. So Air Slash, right? All right. This thing's probably running a Draco in there. See, I don't. Talonflame, it's honestly isn't a great idea to send out right now. He's got to come in on something he can take the hit on and set up, and right now that's none of these Pokemon. So, especially with Stealth Rocks up. So, I'm just gonna throw out a Toxic. Oh, HP ground. Interesting. Let's calc some stuff real quick. Talonflame. Oh, you Revenge Killer. Yeah. Noivern. Oh, you Life Orb. You could Air Slash is one of your moves. Not Hurricane, probably. You could definitely kill my Talonflame. So, dang. Okay. Let's just switch to Waffles for now. Lando. It sucks that Toxic missed a lot, actually. I'm gonna go for the U-turn. Because he's probably gonna go for his Draco now. He's gonna try to drop the Draco. Scissor resists. So he's not running any of those super crazy moves. I think he's. I'm thinking he's gonna want to switch in Bisharp on my Bullet Punch. I've read this guy pretty well so far, so I'm gonna make the play. Oh, Flamethrower. Nope. Okay, that kind of sucks for me. All right. So actually, here we go. Let's see if we can clean this up with Talonflame here. So here's why Citrus Berry is great. If he's running the moves I think he's running, which is he seems to be playing defensively with it, or conservatively with his moves. So Dragon Pulse, you know, Air Slash over Hurricane and Draco. I get the Roost. He gets me into the range. Oh no, this is tricky. The Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch does not OHKO. Does Flare Blitz OHKO? Item, not a choice band, none. Flare Blitz is guaranteed. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Ta-da! I thought he would go for a move that I could, you know, take from the Noivern, but here we go, cleaning it up with Talonflame here. Oh, and we got a forfeit, yeah, because he knew I was gonna wipe out the next two. All right, so that's a good fight. I'm gonna look for an. Oh, wait. What just happened? That was confusing. Cool, we ended the game with T-Flame. I really like this guy, actually. He's kind of grown on me recently. I always thought T-Flame was like, not that great. Like, overhyped. But I've been using him, and the hype is, like, valid. He's just really... When you bring him in at the right time, he's of great win condition, which is pretty awesome. Alright, so that's gonna be the video for today. I wish Talonflame could have gotten in a Swords Dance to show you some setup type shit going on, but you know, it's all chill. We already knew that I was gonna wreck the next two. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe. Thanks, guys.